First of all, thank you so much for giving us our time. Welcome to CV Up Close and Personal with Uday Narang, founder and chairman of Omega Seiki Mobility. Many congratulations on the new unveil of the small commercial vehicle, which is all electric M1KA. Firstly, I would like you to shed some light on the product itself. How did it come into conceptualization that a small commercial vehicle that's all electric? So that's like knocking on the door of every other manufacturer out there. That since passenger vehicles are already electric, why not commercial vehicles? Could you just?
First of all, thank you for coming. We really appreciate it. You put a lot of time and effort, and you're a very, very reputable magazine. So you being here gives us a lot of confidence, giving us advice. Look, I have been looking at the SUV section for quite some while, and my biggest concern was that if you look at the vehicles, that I would say 80% of the time have to stay at the borders. The efficiency loss, the drivers, everybody has to sit and wait for the night for what we call the cannonball run. At night, everybody has to run. I felt that it was the need of the hour to build an SUV because that is a vehicle that is actually moving the heartbeat of intracity moves. We felt a 250-kilometer range. We felt up to 2-ton payload was the product that everybody's just talking about e-commerce companies. But I'm talking about auto companies. I'm talking about tile companies. I'm talking about average company that is using transportation. Couple of things. Their efficiency increases. They don't need to be working at night. Safety of drivers. It increases the overall ecosystem. And we felt the time was right with what our experiences on the 3-wheelers and 2-wheelers. And because we are a solution provider, this was the next level. There will be many other solutions we are working on. We're a solutions provider company. We want to look at the last mile. We want to look at the middle mile. We want to look at what our consumers want in the B2B, the B2C, and the B2G.
Considering M1K that has just been unveiled, how important is it considering with the rest of the products and the recently launched products of yours, like for the
Frost?
The Frost.
So see, look, every product, as I told you, M1KA is very close to my heart. My son's name is Mika. So this is like my baby. This is my baby boy. This project, I'm so close attached to it. I've been involved in it right from the inception with the R&D team. We believe this is a very important, for us, every product line will be run separately. So the 3-wheeler, we have, as I told you, we've got cargo, cold, passenger. We have the same thing in 2-wheelers coming, but we will focus on the cargo space. In the SCV, this is very important for me, is that this is the first step towards bigger trucks. So what we want to do is we want to take a baby step of doing an SCV. After the SUV, we want to do something which is bigger than almost close to the 407, and then bigger than those. But what we felt was, if we took a step by step, because the commercialization, the electrification, of commercial vehicles, the area that you're covering, extremely important. The fuel price is at 104 or more in diesel. We want all of those companies, whether it's last mile companies or individuals, to be able to take advantage of the new technology. This is all about technology, and why should the people at the lower end of the game be left around? This is an area on the commercial side that will change the game for a lot. It impacts our country. We are spending so much of our foreign reserves on fuel. Electric is the way, and the government understands it. The central understands it.
Considering you said, as you mentioned, that how the fuel prices are skyrocketing, I want you to make me understand that how robust is the charging infrastructure and the planning layout around the product M1K.
Very, very good question. Look, we are going to announce very shortly an alliance with a very large, probably the largest player in this country who has access to everything. We will be identifying corridors. We will be identifying areas where we need to put charging. We want to build the ecosystem. I am very, very involved in building the ecosystem. 2 ways, not just the vehicles, but the charging, the batteries. But the charging infrastructure we will announce under OSM Grid, many alliances on building charging stations. Wherever we have 10 to 15 vehicles, we'll put a charging station. Especially for this, we will do more.
Okay, since you told about the government's involvement, and recently the PLI scheme was announced, How are you in conjunction with that, with the government, and how is your movement and momentum when it comes to launching and production of M1KA in the coming future, in parallel running to the PLI scheme and government schemes?
We are not waiting for the government. We are going to force everyone to move towards electrification because it makes sense. It makes sense in terms of cost. It makes in terms of environment. So the government subsidies and the government involvements, the PLI schemes are fantastic. And I think the central government and the state governments are very proactive. I haven't seen every day new state. I was in Manipur. The chief minister already tweeted our meeting the other day. He was excited about it. We feel every state is involved with this, and I think the schemes are a helping hand. But we cannot be depending. My business model is not dependent on the government. My business model is to be able to develop products that the customers buy because it saves them cost, and as a factor of that, it helps environment.
As you said before, that customers are the most integral part of your product offensive. How does Omega Seiki Mobility plans on hand-holding the customer, where commercial vehicle is basically IC engine, diesel and petroleum, but now since electrification and batteries are introduced, how do you plan on holding the hands of the customer from purchase to after-sales experience?
Exactly. Very good. Look, we have a company, we have a team called Team 360 that is involved in service. We have technology, and we have service. But the key part is we've got to get all of our touch points, which we have 40 right now, which will be 120 by the end of the year. We have already planned it. They will be the areas where we will set up training sessions. We will set up a session where drivers can come and learn how to drive the vehicles, how to do efficiency, how to charge them, how to fix the vehicles. Our teams will be working with them so that they are not just stuck in one place. So it's like, again, story about building the ecosystem. We will build the ecosystem. We will teach the end users. We will hold hands in terms of service. We will quality. We will give them training. We will make them our partners, not just our customers.
As you said, that the bookings for the M1KA is Q3 of 2022.
FY, yes.
FY 2022.
Yes.
And this is right now, it's in its nascent stage.
Yes.
But this itself will act as a platform and as a stepping stone towards other vehicles as well. What is the foreseeable future plans for Omega Seiki?
Look, we are looking at this. We are looking at larger vehicles. We feel that this country should, I am the other one, forget IC engines and let's go electric. I'm also saying future might be hydrogen, but I believe it'll take some time. So our view is, let's not just think on a short commercial basis. Think big. Build the platform, build the system, build the power, build a charging station, educate the customers, give them confidence, give them the warranties, and build the ecosystem. You'll be able to get it. So look, this is not something we believe that we're in for the next 2 months or 6 months or 2 years. We're in this for the next decade, maybe more.
Considering how the pandemic got us by surprise and we were all caught off guard, and I want you to make me understand that since right now, even now, there's a shortage of chipset, and chipset is used in from phones, from PS4s, from electric vehicles, cars, everywhere we go there is chipset. Considering the disruption of supply chain, how do you manage to keep the production and the working nascent stage of M1K alive?
What we believe is this again is a long-term goal. We have been in the automotive business for over close to 52 years. We've seen ups and downs. But what we have always been successful with is looking through a longer-term processes. We will work with the chip manufacturers. We will work with the battery manufacturers. There might be some dips, but I think after, I'll use a statement for Forrest Gump. After the storm comes the sunshine. The sunshine will always come. Corona was going to end this world. It didn't. We've all worked to live with it. India's back open. You have learned to live with it. I have learned to. Your kids, my kids have started to learn to live with it. So I think again, this is a long-term game, and we plan to be here.
I think that's all from my side, and thank you so much for spending your valuable time with us. And good luck and all the best with the M1K and the all other upcoming vehicles of yours.
Thank you so much. Thank you.